CW's The Flash has had an excellent first 2 seasons. However, I know I am not alone in saying that Season 4 has not been the best. Now, I'm not saying that it's been completely awful. Some episodes have been a lot more entertaining than others, namely Episode 15, Enter Flash Time. In my opinion, there are 3 main factors contributing to it. Season 3 was criticised for its dark tone, which I didn't personally have a big problem with. However, Season 4 is so corny and over the top it hurts the show.
We'd make a fortune, an improv group made up of superheroes. We can take it to Washington, we'd be the DC Comics.
Now, I'm not saying that the show should be dark and grim, but if we have a look at Season 1, the comedy was perfect.
Don't try nothing.
He can be a bit of a show-off.
Wallet, now.
Oh, this is awesome. You've got to be kidding me. Hold on, okay? I'm gonna set this down. I mean, this is crazy. There are literally hundreds of thousands of people in Central City, and out of everyone you could have picked to rob, you picked me.
It wasn't too frequent, and it was actually funny, especially if it was coming from Barry or Cisco. The new character, Ralph Dibny, has been getting all the comedic lines this season. While he's a likable character, but his lines are just cringy, and it's constant. And it's making the show cringy too. I do feel that it would be best if he isn't in Season 5, and whether they kill him off or just have him leave, like they did with Julian in Season 3, I don't think he's necessary to the show. On the other hand, they absolutely must not have Cisco leave the show, as they hinted in the most recent episode, Null and Annoyed, because he is the soul of the show and Team Flash, and it would be such a waste to see him go. Secondly, Barry doesn't feel like the main character anymore. Every episode feels so focused on Ralph. It may as well be called the elongated man at this point. Ralph is constantly saving the day and sometimes even having to save Barry. It doesn't make sense that we have an inexperienced man who can stretch, saving the infamous Flash, the fastest man alive. And even then, the Flash gets the most screen time when he is on the field. And then it's Ralph having the most screen time. In the Star Lab scenes, it feels like he's hardly there. And this definitely needs to be fixed in Season 5. The villains have also been a weak point in the Flash Season 4. Clifford DeVoe, aka The Thinker, may have been interesting in the first half of the season, but now he, or she, just sucks. He's boring, and to be honest, I don't think he should be a match for Barry. The concept of taking up people's bodies is, I want to say, annoying to watch. Now it's not just the main villain, which is the problem, but the so-called metahumans of the day. They've been a stretch. Despite their comic book origins, a girl who can control luck and one who can control statues are never going to be fit for a modern live-action television show. Now, this is where I get into my suggestions for Season 5 of The Flash. To solve the metahuman issue, I think Season 4 could end with Team Flash finding out that a bunch of the surviving original metas from Season 1 and 3, mostly, have broken out of custody and are on the loose. Perhaps some of them even join forces and form a new rogues team, but whatever they do, it would give some metahumans that we've seen in the past a chance to go against the Flash again, and they would be a lot more entertaining than a lot of the metahumans we've seen in this season. For the main villain, despite complaints of having 3 speedster villains in a row, I loved each one of them, and after The Thinker, I don't think I would like to see another non-speedster villain antagonist carrying Season 5, just because I don't necessarily trust how the writers would handle it. August Hart, or Godspeed, is a character from the DC Rebirth run of The Flash, and he could be introduced in a couple of ways. Similar to the comic depiction of him, it could be a lightning bolt from the Speed Force storm which we saw at the very end of Season 3, which gave him his abilities. On the other hand, it could be a 13th bus meta that we don't know about. They could also explain that DeVoe neglected this bus meta because he predicted that in the event of his failure, August would end up causing another problem for Barry in the future, so a sort of revenge-like scenario. In the comics, August Hart is Barry Allen's partner at CCPD. Sorry, I've been watching too much Arrow, and I nearly said SCPD. But moving forward, especially considering that Barry would know August, I don't think it's necessary for his identity to be kept a secret from Team Flash. And once Barry finds out that he is a speedster, maybe he'll take him on as a protege or sidekick. The past 4 main villains of the show, from Reverse Flash to Clifford DeVoe, have been evil since we've met them. I think it would be good if August begins as a generally good guy, but then halfway through the season, from some event, he turns against Team Flash. This would create an emotional and intense chemistry between him and Barry in their showdowns. I think it would be especially interesting and intense if they had to continue working together at CCPD despite being arch enemies. In my eyes, Godspeed should feel like a mix of Season 2's Zoom and Prometheus from Arrow. Instead of traditional leather, I think it would be cool if his suit was made from the same material as Superman's from the Supergirl television show. That is all I have to say about The Flash Season 4 and 5 for now. Do you agree or disagree with what I've said? Let me know down in the comments below. And hey, maybe someone from the CW watches this video and considers some of my points. Have a great day, and bye.